So it's March 25th, 2023. The Powerball is at $800 million. And Mega Millions is at $1.1 billion for the jackpot. This is the sixth time in its history that it's gone above $1 billion. So this makes it a combined $1.9 billion. And I wanted to go over a video in case you win. This one I like. It's 7 tips what to do when you win the lottery. I'm going to subscribe to this because I've seen a few of her videos and she's tremendous. Follow her if you get a chance. Let me refresh it so we see her video at the very beginning. And of course, this is dated. Her video is dated back more than a year ago, but it's still relevant.
The Mega Millions jackpot's at $1.35 billion, and you just bought the winning ticket. Now what? Are you gonna get got like all these other people? No. You follow me, Vivian, your rich BFF, and your favorite Wall Street girl who's gonna tell you what to do. 1, tell no one. People change up when this amount of money's involved.
That's so true. If you win, shut the F up. Like, if this is like with a group, like, you know, I'm in a group with my siblings that we buy a lot of tickets and see if we win the jackpot, but everyone knows that if we have the winner, tell no one. Shut the F up. Just don't tell anyone, because all of a sudden everyone's going to call you, right? Don't post it on social media. I won, this and that, because everyone's going to try to contact you and be like, come on, man, what's 10 grand? It's nothing to you. What's 50 grand? It's nothing to you. You just won the big one, right? Everyone's going to come after you. Everyone's going to have their sob story. So yes, shut the F up. I agree with that.
2, take digital photos of your lottery ticket and scan copies front and back. 3, don't...
The only thing with that is, like, how do you authenticate that? How do they know that was your ticket? Like, if you have the ticket and you're like, okay, take copies of it, and then for whatever reason you lose it, you know, you accidentally dropped it in the sewer and it got destroyed, like, can you still take a digital copy and be like, dude, I'm the winner. I took pictures of it before losing it. I wonder if they'll still take it or not. If you guys know the answer, please comment below. This next step 3, do not sign the ticket yet.
Don't sign your lottery ticket yet. You want to stay anonymous. 4,
I think that's like, take the ticket to the office that does the lottery. I'm in Arizona, so it's going to be in downtown Phoenix. I've actually been there before. Take it there, and then, okay, we'll do the final sign there. My only worry is, like, if you, like, say I have the ticket and like, okay, let us look at it for whatever purposes, authentication purposes. What if the person at the counter signs it and says, this is mine now, right? When should you sign it, right? That's what I really want to know.
or put your ticket somewhere safe, ideally a safe. 5,
Yeah, I mean, that should have been a previous step, right? Just before signing it, just put it in a safe, hide it where you know where it's going to be. Like, keep that close.
5, reach out to an attorney specializing in lottery winnings in your area and work with them to see how long you have to claim, and then ideally claim your winnings anonymously.
This one requires research for sure, right? And even if you find that person, you still don't know them, so you don't know their legitimacy. So you might have to contact a few of them and, shop around with these different attorneys. Hey, I won the lottery, so what's the process? Cool, let me get back to you. Call the next one. Hey, what's the process? Cool, I'll get back to you. Talk to at least 3, if not more of them, to see who sounds the most legitimate, whose stories align. Because some of them will say, oh yeah, and then I charge this. There's also this processing fee, and it's a crazy amount. And while another attorney says there isn't, it's very important to don't just talk to the first one you see on Google. Talk to numerous of them. But yes, I feel like a lot of people skip this step too, right? They think, oh, I'll just have it in my bank. Remember the FDIC, the insurance at the bank? It's only like $250,000. So you can't just have all of your money in the bank because, hey, the bank can get robbed and you can lose that money, right? You'll only get back $250,000. I know there's group network banks that do $2 million now. Ooh, this is something that you need to just spread out your money to every bank you could think of, plus investment portfolios like your Vanguard, your Fidelities, stuff like that. I mean, don't have all your eggs in one basket, basically.
This will help prevent people from coming after you, and if your state doesn't let you claim anonymously, delete your social media and change your phone number.
Ooh, I like that. Change your phone number. Actually, yeah. It's totally worth to change your phone number because people out of the woodworks, if they find out, they're going to call you. If you did not shut your mouth or somehow it got leaked, people will start calling you. So yeah, change your phone number. Definitely. I remember this. The guy with his mask on, he did not want anyone to know who it is to. And the last name's Campbell, A. Campbell. That could be anyone, right? I'm sure there's people who are just contacting him left and right, but this guy's like, I don't want anyone calling me because I know it's bad.
6, reach out to an accountant. You're going to pay a hefty tax bill. This is important. Also, decide now how much money you're giving to friends and family. Rule of thumb is 20%, and you're going to open a trust so it isn't pissed away.
That's such a good point. The trust thing is super important. I want to get on that because put in a trust because you never know if because that's very protected. Like people can't access your monies if it's in a trust, especially if you go through like a divorce or something like that. Your ex spouse can't get to that trust, right? Plus, if you go through pay the taxes up front and take the lump sum, right? Just get the taxes over with right away. You don't want it to be a surprise when next tax filings come in. You already have that information ready to go. Yes, technically when people win the lottery, so does the government, right? They take like half, if not more. It's crazy how they do that. I don't know why we allow our government to do this, but yeah, that is super important. A trust, pay the taxes, and figure out like how much you can figure out how you plan to divide it. Like me, I'm in a group, so we all have a plan that we're going to divide it. We're all going to go there, claim it, so we each have our own individual tax going on if we do win it. And also, with our own individuals, we'll have our own individual trust. And, only certain people can access those trusts, stuff like that.
Last, invest at least half of what you win in a diversified portfolio of low-risk bonds and index tracking ETFs so your family stays rich for generations.
Whenever you get post-tax investment, at least 50%, at least half of that in a diverse portfolio, right? I'm sure many people would argue, and it's a valid argument, to like pretty much all of it, or at least half. Like, I'm kind of in the mindset of like almost all of it, because there's going to be people who want to splurge, right? Buy stuff that's way too expensive, right? But I get it. Like that money needs to be diversified. It says low risk bonds, index tracking ETF, so your family stays rich forever. So yeah, it's just not like crazy risky. You already have all this crazy money, so something not risky that you get money over time. I would prefer to just get paid in, like the dividends, the interest that it makes, right? And just cut me a check each month that I'm allowed to spend. Just keep the money. I don't want to be spending that huge lump sum. I just want to know what I can live off because the interest, the dividends is plenty, right? It's gonna be $1 million a month, if not more, if you win the lottery. How can you spend that much money like crazy? And to keep your heirs and generations rich, assuming that your kids who inherit this have some financial education, they don't blow it all, tap into it. I mean, gosh, I kind of want to watch a video about people who go broke after the winning lottery, right? And there's so many things that they do. One, bad investments. There's going to be a bunch of companies that come at you telling you like a big investment of a lifetime. They're all shady. If they're coming to you, they know that you have money and they're just trying to steal from you. There's always bad investments out there. Another one is people buy way too many liabilities, right? Liability as in it takes money out of your pocket. Like people buy crazy $25 million houses, but they don't understand the cost and upkeep of that house that burns through their lottery money, $25 million a month. I mean, I don't know the math right now, but like keeping air conditioning is going to be expensive. Property taxes is going to be very expensive. Maintenance on the house is going to be very expensive. Even the landscaping is going to be very expensive. Like everything about that house is going to be super expensive, and it's going to go right through your winnings unless you're bringing in more money to pay off the upkeep of that house. People buy crazy expensive cars that just depreciates over time for whatever reason, like $1 million cars, and then they try, when they go broke, they sell it for half off, right? It's just there's so many people who've done dumb stuff with their money that they won after the lottery and gone broke. Let's look at some comments here. A friend of mine won the lottery many years ago before the social media. He said when the word got out of his winnings, his relatives would call him nonstop asking him to pay their bills, pay their rent, groceries, etc. Even relatives whom hadn't been around for years showed up. Goes to show it's best to keep secrets so that to keep the vultures away. The rich BFF is right. Yeah, I agree with that. If word gets out that you're crazy rich, people, like I said earlier, they're gonna come out of the woodworks like, man, what's 10 grand to you? It's nothing. That's like pocket change. That's like the equivalent to a quarter. But they'll just keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. I mean, as much as I love my family and extended family, but I'm gonna keep my personal finance a secret. I can't stress that enough. Keep that information a secret. I wonder if that's a good advice. Pick up your check in a rental, not your real car. Like, go to the location of where you're turning in your monies into a real car. Don't take your actual car. That's actually a good idea. Maybe take an Uber or something. Hopefully that Uber driver doesn't know it's you and they rob you. But yeah, a rental, I really like that idea. Now, the reason why to pick up your check in a rental is that running your plates, right? So if someone happens to see, hey, that's the lottery winner, they'll see that the plate, they'll try to run your plates to try to get your information, where you live, stuff like that. Especially like if you're leaving the office after you just cashed out. Maybe there might be news organizations out there who want to ask you questions, stuff like that. Especially when you, because they do a whole display of like when you pick up the check, just like the guy in the screen mask. That's what they do. So go there with a rental. I like that advice. Thank you very much, V Turner. If I end up winning the lottery, that is something I'm definitely going to do. If your state doesn't allow you to claim anonymously, what you should do is open up an LLC and an S Corp. You put the LLC into the S Corp, then create two blind trusts. Put the S Corp into the first blind trust, which then goes into the second blind trust. What this does is makes you pretty much invisible for anyone trying to figure out who you are. Interesting. I am not an expertise in this area at all. That sounds great to me. I would like someone who's a subject matter expert in this to tell me if that is something you want to do. Let's look at these replies. That's okay, but that doesn't help you become anonymous. You are never anonymous to any state's lottery, even to the anonymous ones. People don't understand what the meaning of anonymous is when it comes to claiming the lottery. You can claim with a trust, but you can always have to provide your name, address, social security number to claim your prize. There's no way around it. This will not work in some states. So the best way to reduce exposure risk is to wait some time to claim the jackpot, hoping reporters will lose interest in finding you. You should be living in Asia by then. I have to read that several times. Beginner at this. Yeah, I have to read that. I'm just trying to figure out if someone knows. It looks like it's. You clearly don't have no idea what a blind trust is. Neither do I. So that sounded like a good idea. It's looking like it's not. But I get the anonymous. Like, you want to be anonymous, right? You really don't want to attract attention at all. At all. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh dang it.
The Mega Millions jack.
I'm sorry. Let's see. Bad idea to not sign the ticket. If it's lost or stolen, nothing you can do about it. If you sign the back, then anyone can request your name, and Lotto has to provide it under the Freedom of Information Act. Since the ticket is considered a public document, you create an LLC so that the ticket can be signed to the LLC and put into a blind trust to protect your identity. Very good points. One would still have to check to see if their state lottery allows one to hide behind those entities. She said photograph it beforehand. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how to comment that. So if any of that sounded good about delay signing it or signing it right away, let me know what you would do. Would you sign it right away or would you delay signing it? You know, some people say you're wrong. Definitely sign your ticket in case you lose it. If you're in a state that doesn't allow you to remain anonymous, you should sign it. Number 3. I guess for research purposes, you should check in your state if you're allowed to claim your jackpot winnings anonymously. Interesting point. Let me see if you guys agree with this. Why would you not sign the ticket if you haven't told anyone? Sign the ticket. Someone can steal it. True story. Who knows if that is true? Someone replied with, place it in a safe at the bank. Place the ticket in the safe the day you purchased it. Once you talk to an attorney, you may be able to claim the winnings through a trust. Maybe, right? That's a maybe. Do not sign anything, not even when you walk into the building. Listen to her again, take a photo of it, and also make copies. You know what? They give receipts of when you purchase a lottery ticket too. I recommend holding on to that receipt too, just in case it's like a proof of purchase as well. Like this is me with the ticket and proof of purchase. I don't think that matters at all. I think it's just an optional thing, but I plan to hold on to my receipt. But my receipt with the ticket, I'm taking a picture of myself with it to show I have it. So I don't think you can just take a picture of just the ticket, you holding it with the date showing it, with the receipt date showing it when you actually bought it. It's you. This way it's as proof as possible, right? As true as it can get. Why would you hire a lawyer just to find out if you could stay anonymous? A simple Google search will tell you. Laugh out loud. Well, I didn't say that to stay anonymous. I think, and as much as I don't want a lawyer involved, it's highly recommended to have a lawyer involved for that kind of money, right? I know the lawyers are going to take a huge chunk that's not going to feel good, but whatever, you're a multimillionaire, right? Their job is to keep you safe and protected and keep the most out of your money. Keep your money. Unfortunately, people are going to come out of nowhere to try to take your money. It's going to happen. People don't know your relatives, everyone. And plus, the lawyer is needed for a trust fund that you absolutely have to have. If you don't have it, you're going to just risk having your money and like everywhere else, and then you could lose it, right? Oh, I mean, yeah, just stay anonymous, move somewhere. Change your name would be a good advice, right? To get people off your back. Do not, I repeat, listen to this woman saying don't sign the ticket. That's false, and many people have got their tickets stolen by clerks, selling them the tickets and signing it themselves and claiming it. Again, always sign your ticket. I mean, if you just bought the ticket, the clerk's going to give you your lottery ticket and you walk away. So how the heck does he steal it? Or if you thought, oh, this is a winning ticket, but you don't know how much it is. You probably thought it was like, $4, but it's actually the jackpot ticket. I mean, that's more on you for not knowing that you won the jackpot, right? There's apps that tell you if you won or not. You can always go online to see what the numbers are, stuff like that. So, I mean, gosh, you have to be like really, really not paying attention. If you won the jackpot and you just gave it to your clerk thinking, oh, it's just $4. He rings it up. It's like, here's $4. I'm going to sign it now. Someone said 3 of the things he said are felonies. Please do not do this if you have no background and no education when you do. Holy crap, like what are the 3 felonies then? That is a severe accusation. Say that they're felonies. I don't think any of those are felonies. Yes, there's questions about like signing it, but it's not a felony. And to reduce your income tax burden, claim your winnings at the beginning of the year and quit your job. You'll pay gazillions less in taxes if you don't have earned income when filing your annual income taxes, because your wealthy friends pay very little in taxes because they don't work and live off an unearned income from investments. I don't know if that's a good one, because every time you put in your taxes, especially if you win the lottery or gambling or something, you put in how much you win that tax year. So the government's going to be like, they're going to know exactly how much you're going to owe them. Exactly. So that's why it's best just to get it over with, that when you're claiming the money, take the lump sum that's post-tax, right? Go through the process of it getting, you got the huge jackpot, and then right there, let the government take their cut, and then this way you can walk away with your money. I don't recommend that you take it and then figure out taxes later. I think that's a terrible idea. That's all I'm going to read. If you have any suggestions you want to add to that or comments, please do so. I do read them. And please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.